Chris Bowling.
Brad Johnson.
Welcome back to Bottom Line Thursday, Brad. You've got some topics for us this month, but one focusing on some changes coming this fall through Medicare, something that we don't spend a whole lot of time ourselves working with, but it impacts our clients and those employer groups that do offer coverage. So what have you seen? And I know we've got an article that we'll be able to tag within this post as well.
Yeah, this thing called Medicare creditable coverage letters that typically go out in the fall. You might recall groups probably just get in the routine, they send them out. Most groups can claim on these letters that their coverage is creditable.
Yes.
And what really all that means is that their coverage is as good, if not better, than what that Medicare eligible person could get on their own through Medicare Part D.
Yes.
It often doesn't impact too many people. But that letter is kind of a get out of jail free card for that member to say, that's why I'm not taking Medicare. Well, some changes are taking place January 1st in Medicare that makes it more generous than before. So what used to be a pretty straightforward thing of, our group plan is as good.
Better, yeah.
Now it might not always be the case. And so this fall, I think you'll see a lot of employers really kind of wrestle with that. And they're not required to offer creditable coverage. But if that person 65 and older takes the group plan instead of Medicare Part D, and it's not creditable, they could pay a penalty for life, if they ever migrate to a true Part D plan. So it's going to come up. It's going to be confusing. But I think just planting the seed now for people to start thinking about that.
So the employee gets penalized for life if the employer just decides not to abide by this. That's a weird provision. They don't have a choice,
Yeah. So keep in mind, if you're age 65, you could continue on your group plan, or you could say, I don't want the group plan anymore. I'm going to go on Medicare and buy Part D. But if you say, you know what, I like the group plan, I'm going to take that. But if you find out that group plan is not creditable, meaning it's not as good as what you could get on Medicare, then that person, by making that selection, gets penalized through Medicare for life if they go to a Medicare Part D plan. So the employer doesn't really have to change anything, but other than notifying the person that, hey, my plan might no longer count.
So I know we've got a couple of sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Who's tracking this?
so theoretically
they are.
I like the they. I like that, the board. And and then after the letters go out, typically in the springtime, then groups have to log into a CMS portal to attest if their plans did or didn't. I don't know how those loops connect.
So it's been years, Brad, since I've been on that CMS website, but how are they tracking that I was employed by that employer in that year that they said that now our drug coverage is not credible? That's always been, it's not like you are downloading a census. I guess they could track it back to your W-2 in that year, but a lot of these things, I always go back to, is all this information sitting in a vault that is buried at the bottom of a mountain?
And it's probably just AI like surfing your social media, because you have all your details there and they just know, hey, Brad got a promotion at XYZ company. We should flag him for a penalty.
Siri's going to tell him. That's who's going to tell him.
I've got to think it's just a random audit type of thing. And, when you sign up for a Part D plan, it might ask, are you leaving a plan that was creditable or not? And if the person marks no, all right, you get the automatic penalty for life. Congratulations.
I'll check yes and hope they never look into it.
I think, from a practical standpoint, that might be my advice too.
It's not provide any tax advice, by the way.
I'm not a professional in anything, so don't listen to me.
No, good topic. I know we've got a couple of Medicare educators that work with our group clients to just go through this sort of thing. We were at an open enrollment meeting this week. Employee turning 65 came up and said, can you guys help me? Because I'm getting mailers, I'm getting text messages, I'm watching commercials. I know nothing about what to do. And just have that expert that understands the group plan and then what they're looking at Medicare. It's been very successful. Because it is very complex.
It is.
Great topic.
Good topic.
Thanks
Yeah.
for-
All right.
We'll see
More
you.
in the
Thanks, sir.
fall. I'm sure we'll talk about it again before year end.
We have to. All right.
Good.
Thanks again. We'll see you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.